Hello amigos, comment down. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Ed86 and we're going to be talking about Cheers today. First of all, apologies for missing the Toluca game number 3. It's a bit of an awkward time. I was doing night shifts, so I couldn't really have time um, to do a video on that. And plus we lost and I wasn't too hyped about the result anyway. I think if we'd won, I probably would have made a bit more of an effort, but I was doing nights and couldn't really fit it in, so yeah, sorry about that. But we're gonna do both games today. So obviously the Toluca game we lost, and then we just got done beating Juarez 2-1. The game kicked off about I don't know about 11 hours ago. I was at work, so I couldn't do a video until now. So yeah, we'll go straight into it. So I don't really want to talk too much about the Toluca game. Um, Very off game. Obviously, not having Vega is hurting us a bit going forward. Um, and, it was a bit disappointing loss. We should have gotten something out of that game. We've been kind of alright so far this season. Obviously, the draw against. The draw in game two, sorry, winning game one against Rayados and getting a draw in the second game. Four points out of six wasn't too bad. And obviously, losing game number three, thinking 4 points out of nine isn't that good. Um, uh, yeah, and so getting to game four, which is against Juarez. Juarez is a decent team. Obviously, El Titan or El Titan. I don't know how you pronounce Titan in Spanish, but Carlos Salcedo is playing in Juarez. I keep forgetting that he's there. To be honest, I keep thinking he's still in MLS, but he's not. Um, but it's still a team that we should be beating. It's a team that Chivas always should be beating, and we did. In the first half, it was a game of two halves. In the first half, we were dominant, got an early penalty in the 20th minute. Pocho Guzman, who on his first start, we've been aching and calling out for him to start all season. Paunovic has come out and said, him and Daniel Rios just aren't match fit. They're not fit enough to start. We don't want to risk it. Obviously, game number four, he was fit and he scored the first penalty and his first goal for the club. So, or for the senior team anyway. And yeah, it was a really good moment, really fantastic moment for him to be honest, and for us because obviously he's such a quality player. We've been crying out for him for the last couple of years. We should have had him last time we signed him, but obviously things happened. And yeah, hopefully he kicks on now and he becomes. I mean, Paunovic has called him a leader. That in I think it was the pre-game um, um, press conference, he called Pocho Guzman one of the leaders in the team, and he's right. I mean, he's in his prime now. He's you know very very experienced in Liga MX. He knows what it's like to win titles, knows what it's capable of. Really, he should be in Europe. Let's just say that. But obviously, we're very lucky to have him at Chivas and um, under this new coach. And I think him and this new coach seems to be doing quite well at the moment. I think he's going to start starting games more now. It's just a shame that we don't have JJ Macias as striker at the moment, and it's a shame that he had one of the big games with Vega before he got injured. Um, but yeah, back to the game. Decent result, especially in the first half, and then obviously Carlos Cisneros gets a quite funny goal to eventually win us the game. Kind of, he was in the right position. He had to get himself in the right position. We have to give him credit, as all strikers need to be. He just kind of hit him in an area, specific area down below, and just goes in. It's quite funny. But it was a vital goal. It turned out to be the game-winning goal. Um, Kind of switched off at half time. Not quite sure. I mean, I think the way Paunovic sets up his team and the intensity, it kind of burns itself out by half time. I've noticed, especially in the Toluca game. Gets the second half, and we have very poor second halves and really good first halves. Um, and yeah, second half we were just hanging on. They scored a bit of a cheap goal. Jimenez, who I thought had a decent game, he's been decent. Um, he's had to make several saves in every single game this season so far, and he just was quite out of position. There was a player on the line who just completely missed it. It should have been blocked, I think. But they go and score a goal, and I think it was like the hour mark, and you're thinking, oh great. So it was half an hour of basically just hanging on. The substitutions didn't really help. The were very light in the substitutions really, and I think we're not going to see it improve until we get Vega and JJ Macias back. We're very light. There's not really any game changers on the bench. I mean, Bouquet was on the bench, who I really like, and obviously everyone really rates him. Um, but really, there's nothing. There's no one on the bench really that screams out like, yes, we've got this guy on the bench. He can be as good as the first 11, or um, you know, bring something to the second half. We don't really have that at the moment. So yeah, overall we held on for the win. A massive 3 points. I think we're sixth now, but I think we got the same points as fourth and fifth and fourth. So we're kind of joint fourth or third from memory. I checked the table earlier. So we're about all right where we should be. I kind of want us to be third-ish, second, third, but we probably would have been if we got something out of that Toluca game. But yeah, I mean, injury to our best player, Vega is our best player, and injury to him is always going to hurt. JJ Macias is very, very close to being back. I was kind of hoping that he'd be on the bench for this game. Um, you know, the way Chivas posts about him, he's training now. I think he's fully over his injury. He's just not quite fully match fit yet. But I think soon, in the next couple of games, I think we'll see JJ Macias finally play for Chivas again. And if we can get Vega back as well, I mean, he's looking out. I think he's for about another month. I think it came out today was 6 to 8 weeks. That was about a week ago, so a couple of weeks ago now. So maybe 6ish weeks now. Hopefully, around the end of February, maybe. But that's almost half the season gone, so it is what it is. But if we can I just want to see Vega, Pocho Guzman, and JJ Macias all on the pitch at the same time. I think that could be really special, especially when they're all fit and they're all firing. The trouble is, they all have to be immediate impacts because we're quite a light squad, really. Like I said, we don't really have too many game changers. And Carlos Zanaro, he got the goal, but I'm not too keen on him. I'm not too keen on Daniel Rios at the moment. I haven't seen anything from him that makes me scream, wow. So we're kind of really waiting for, in particular, JJ Macias to come back. Wingers, we've got other options. We've got Alvarado, and I suppose we've got Parente as well up front, but JJ is the guy that we expect, or I expect, to come in and have an impact, and hopefully he does well under this new coach. And the coach seems to be doing quite well at the moment. This is not going to be a day and night thing. This is going to be a long process of slowly improving the team. And the team's going to get used to playing how he wants them to play, the intensity, and they're going to eventually, hopefully, keep it up for 90 minutes instead of just 45 or 55-ish. After about an hour mark, Chivas just look tired, really. But all in all, 3 points, decent, really good 3 points against the team that we should be beating. And we made it difficult on ourselves than it should have been. It's a question whether we're going to get any more signings. I doubt it now. I think it's just a question of getting our injured players back. But you never know. I think we should go out and buy some more. But I think, like I said, I think it's going to be a long process. But something has happened with this new coach. The players seem to be really on board. We're playing in a way that's quite nice. We are flagging after an hour, but it's different. I can't quite explain it. We've always really struggled going forward and scoring goals, but we seem to have clicked. I'm not quite sure I can put a finger on it. Maybe if I was doing a podcast with somebody else, maybe they could feed off it and give me a solution. But I just feel like something's changed in a good way, and it's the beginnings of a change rather than night and day. I think it's going to be a long haul and a long process, but hopefully this coach gets the time to implement it. I think he will, because I think the director is going to keep him on for as long as possible. But yeah, I'm really happy at the moment. Let me just see who we've got next. 'Cause I'm not quite sure who we got next. Oh, we got Querétaro next on Monday my time, Monday the 6th my time, um, which is a little over a week's time. And then we've got a big game against Pachuca, and then we've got a big game, a decent game against Cholos, and Pumas, and then Tigres, and then Santos. So we've got a busy February. Um, but hopefully by the end of February, by the Santos game, 5th of March ish. Santos Puebla game, 5th, 11th of March. That's my time, by the way. I think it's going to be a day before your time here. Hopefully by then we'll start to see Vega back, and then obviously what the Super Classico on the 19th of March, or the 18th of March your time. Um, so hopefully we'll be there. We'll be ready for that, and hopefully JJ will be there as well, and Pocho will be good. And but yeah, at the moment we're doing all right. We've got, like I said, we've got Kurto next. Let me just see where Kurto are, because I'm pretty sure they're not too high up the table. No, they're 16th, so they've gotten two draws and a loss, so we should do something against them, but that was typically a team that we will struggle against, so we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, so basically, I'll see you guys in a little bit over a week's time, and hopefully we can get a decent win against Querétaro. I mean, at the moment we are 5th, sorry. Still above America, which is quite funny, since they demolished Mazatlan, who have got 3 losses. Um, minus, minus 8 goal difference, yikes. But anyway, guys, that's it pretty much for now. I really enjoyed the game, really enjoyed the 3 points. We're in a position where we should be, top 4, top 5. If we can get a decent win, we can maybe get into the top 3, that'd be cool. But let me know in the comments who you thought had a really good game. I thought Pocho had a decent game. I thought Nene, I was going to say El Nene then, but Nene Beltran, I thought he had a good game. Cisneros did alright, but I just don't think he does enough offensively. Alvarado was kind of alright. I thought the fullbacks were good, Mozo and Calderon. I thought they were decent. And yeah, the keeper did alright as well. Sloppy for the goal. I have to be honest about that, but he did make a few saves and he kept us in the game and gave us the 3 points, so you have to give him credit. Just needs to polish his mistakes. His positional play sometimes is a bit off. But yeah, overall decent game, really. Really nice win, and hopefully we'll get another one next week. So yeah, take it easy. Just comment down what you want to comment, and we'll talk about the game, or Vega, or Macias, or Pocho man, and we'll have a conversation about it. So yeah, take it easy, guys, and I'll see you guys next week. Adios.